The Bible warns us to have a clear perspective because some of us are praying for things God has already given us. We just can't see it because our eyes are blurred. And we see this in Genesis with the story of Hagar. The woman named Hagar is with her son Ishmael, and they are in the desert and they run out of water. Their water bottle is empty. And Hagar is devastated because she knows her son is dying. And she begins to cry and weep. And then God opens her eyes and she sees that there was a well of water right there all along. Most of us miss what God is trying to tell us in this story. But pay attention. When Hagar is filled with her grief, thinking about how she was a slave woman, she was abandoned, her son is dying, when her heart was filled with all of that, she had blurred vision, for the heart is directly linked to the eyes. Only those who are pure of heart will see God. The heart cannot be pure if we have it filled up with all of our baggage. If we are focusing on ourselves and our shames and our doubts and our guilts and our fears and our identities. But it wasn't until she began to mourn. See, Jesus says, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." It wasn't until she poured out what was in her heart. See, grief is holding things in. Anger is holding it in. Shame is holding it in. But mourning is the act of pouring it out. It's releasing it. It is giving it to God. It is finally giving up and admitting, I have nothing left. I can do nothing about this situation. And once her heart was poured out, God was able to move. Because when the heart is clear, the eyes are clear. It's important to know that Hagar's mourning is not what caused God to move. For God had already heard the cry of her son. He already knew that her son needed water, and he had already placed the well there for her. But it was Hagar's mourning that allowed her to see the blessing that God had already placed there. It was the purification of her heart that came when she let go of all she was holding on to that allowed her vision to see clearly. So if we have one prayer for today, it is not that God will change our situation. It is not that he will work miracles or that he will move. It is that we may have a pure heart and pure vision so that we can see the blessings that God has already handed us.